Happy Aloha Friday, everyone, and welcome to another episode of My Ties at Sunset. I'm Ty.
Aloha, I'm Mai. Happy Aloha Friday. Happy weekend. I set the intention that we are going to share a lot of laughs, positivity, and healing.
So I actually wanted to start out our podcast by highlighting something Mai told me this week. She actually has been kind of on the sideline watching me be totally stretched thin and starting new business adventures and coming out with all kinds of like ideas. And it's almost been like, they call it like a string of thoughts, or like not delusions of grandeur, but like it's just constant, like never ending sentence. And it's like a train of thought. People say it's a string of thoughts, some like just constant. And so one day this week, I like actually went off on Maya and I was like, oh my God, I got this, and this. And so I imagine on the other end of that conversation, her phone was like, bzz, 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 bzz,
It
bzz,
was.
ding, 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 ding. and there's only like a certain amount of people who text that way, I think. And a lot of my friends know that it's me. And then my friend Brandy, who lives out on the Pacific Northwest area, she said that her son, he actually knows when I'm texting her because the sound. Yeah, so people actually know me by the way I text. And I think one of the things that I took away from this week was take a minute to slow down and take care of yourself. I literally have driven maybe 800 to 1,000 miles this week. And I've been all over the place, different residences. Like, I just can't stay still. I haven't been back to my own house in like 2.5 weeks.
And then, you've been like new
Taking
opportunities. New
Taking
duck
care
mommy.
of my 3 babies, my original babies.
Like you said, I mean, when I talked to you and then you were house sitting, your parents' house, and I know you weren't sitting still there. I know you were doing a lot of cleaning for mom and dad and getting their house even better to come back home to. And then the last time I heard from you, you were like running around with all these jobs that you were doing for your entrepreneurial business, plus the construction company and all these other things. So I know that you've been really busy and you keep adding so many things to your plate. I'm just like, you need to schedule. You need to schedule. You need to slow down. Give yourself a normal work day. You don't have to work 12 hours a day. You can just figure out what you need to do. What's the most important things? Make bullet points. Things that can be put off to the following day. Schedule it out.
Yeah, but I think most people know, like when you're doing a business, like your own business, for instance, you know this, it's like when you're starting something, you're like hustling.
You're hustling, and it takes a while to build a business. It doesn't happen overnight. No matter how hard you work, it doesn't happen overnight. So there's just so much that has to, get done. But
well, I'm hoping some stuff gets done overnight because I got a new computer ordered for me under this new business. So I'm super excited.
That's nice.
I mean, it's going to be different. And then I'm going to be taking a trip out to Hawaii.
You said so.
And visiting you. And so I'm just really excited for all the opportunities that are coming to me shortly here. It'll be good for everybody.
I'm excited for you. I have some fun things to share. Let's go. Okay, so my mom found this at the commissary. And it is...
What is that?
Oh. All I did was touch the wrapper. Okay, no more touching the wrapper. I'll put it down. Kona, get up here. Oh, I don't even know how he's going to deal with this. Okay. So I got something new. Oh, sorry about the dog barking. Okay, hopefully I can get that out. And nobody will hear it. Whoa. He's totally coming up in my space. Do you see this?
It's so invasive. Why is this so invasive right now?
I know. Get off
It's
the
cute,
desk.
but it's invasive. Oh my goodness. I wish we had this recording so we could see. What is that? Salmon skin?
Okay, so this is nori, like seaweed. Yeah. And then it's tempura batter. And it's sold as like a snack.
Why is everything that you eat crunchy?
I don't know. I like crunchy things. Anyway, excuse me. That was really good. This entire bag, my mom bought it at the commissary. And this is all that's left. Is what's here in this little container.
Oh my God, how funny.
And that was a few days ago. And I've had to like...
Y'all like ate the shit out of that. Y'all ate the shit out of that. It must be really good.
There's 9 people in my house, so everybody gets a little bit. But I can say that my children and myself...
Caring. At least you guys share.
We ate half the bag all by ourselves in a couple hours. We tried not to... You try to eat just one, but they're really good. They're salty, but they're perfect. But you know what it reminds me of? You remember when we used to go to the farmer's market in Kailua, and they would have the deep fried kale, the tempura batter kale, and then it would be topped with like spicy poke, and oh, so good.
Yeah.
That was delicious.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know that the business class that I'm taking right now, they talked about vision boards.
I believe in vision boards. That's what's on our website. I wrote a whole thing on it.
Here's my vision board.
Yes. Did you show them your vision board?
Yeah, the founder of the company was like, I have a vision board for the company and for myself. And the one for the company is in my office. And I was like, well, speak of the devil. I have my vision boards up here.
Yeah, and we have our business vision board version on our website. And we each have our own personal vision boards.
I love it. I sort of wish I looked like what I looked like in my vision board, but I mean, I was like...
You're getting there. You have made some really wonderful choices. You've cut out a whole lot of things from your diet, and you're absolutely getting there.
You know, it's kind of like... I actually talked to my doctor recently, and she was saying that I'm too young to be on cholesterol pills. She was like, I would have never done this to you because I would have just told you to cut out the red meat. And I was like, well, I've cut out the red meat. So
now you don't have to be on them.
My friend gave me pork chops today, and I didn't take them home from her house. Oops. No, it was free food too. I could have gave it to my dad. My dad just tried to eat like expired shrimp, and I was like, no. You heard me talking to him. I was like, no, absolutely not. That stinks so bad. My brother was like, I'm gonna vomit. I don't know what we're talking about, but I love catching you up on randoms from my day. Like, this is so random. I know.
That was random.
And there you go.
I'm kind of stumped now. I'm like, I don't know where to go with this.
My mom just went outside to check on the ducks. They're outside in the swimming pool. I hope they're alive.
So nothing comes and eats them? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I was worried because my brother and I saw a big owl like floating from tree to tree earlier, but... I mean, it's the circle of life. They need to be outside. They're really hard to catch. Right now, their feathers are coming in, though, so they look really cute.
Are they going to fly away?
Of them. No, they don't have, they're not old enough to have wings yet, like the fully developed wings. So I'll have to clip their wings when they get a little bit older. But this weekend, I'll release them into their coop area. The older chickens will move out, and the new ducks will move in, so I will take video of that release.
Okay.
They're so funny. They don't have hands. So like I saw the new Jurassic Park, and I kept thinking about my ducks and how they walk, and
they are dinosaurs. You know? They're all dinosaurs.
They are
chickens,
the birds. Yeah,
birds, ducks. They're all dinosaurs.
It's interesting, like evolution. Like birds. I mean, like dinosaurs originally were lizards, and then they started growing feathers, and then they like transitioned to all these other things. So. It's really interesting to see, you know, like how did whoever created animals, like whatever you believe in, how did you go from scales to feathers?
Well, because they want to fly. They need to fly away as a defense. So
I don't know if you should have leather wings.
I don't know if you should clip their wings because if that alligator comes back, they need to be able to fly away.
Well, they're going to be pets. They're no longer in the mode to live in the wild. Like, they're dumb. Like, they would literally run right into an alligator and be like, what is this? And then, like, be eaten. So, they're pets now. So, it's fine. Huey, Dewey, Louie, Webbigail.
Oh, I want to mention that, you know, the last video, when it launched, it happened to be King Kamehameha Day was on Saturday. And then it launched on Friday. So all of our video is when I went to go get video and pictures of King Kamehameha statue covered in all of his leis, fresh leis. And I also went across to Iolani Palace. It was closed the day that I went, but got to see the palace. And I thought it was all fitting since we talked about Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth's now Jubilee. But
what's going on?
Okay. No, I just got a text from my mother. Let me just say, okay.
I know. All I saw was your face, and I was like, "What's going on? What's wrong?"
Because I'm reading it sideways. My phone is sideways for you.
Why your face look like that? Why your face look like that?
I finally watched this show, Yellowstone. You kept talking about it.
Holy crap! Like, what season?
I never. I'm on season 3.
Oh, okay. Do you feel like dressing up in cowboy boots and cowboy hat now?
No, but you dropped some names previously, like LUCCHESE Boots, and I didn't know that was a thing. Somebody asked me, as I had it on, my family got hooked on it, and some people said, those hats look nice. And then I had information from you, and I was like, it's all about the X's, because I learned from Ty that all of the quality of the hats comes down to these X's and how much it was like polished or rubbed into like silky smoothness. Yeah. And the more X's you have, the more expensive it is.
Yep.
Yeah. I sounded so knowledgeable. But then I was like, oh, she said LUCCHESE Boots. Okay, that's a thing. She said that to me.
Yeah, it's just a brand it's well known and it's pretty pricey. Like they have exotic.
Are they comfortable?
Hell yeah, they're comfortable. I think LUCCHESE's are the most comfortable, but a lot of people would argue that they're not. But a lot of people
you wear boots
would not pay that much for boots anyway.
Is there a smell?
Yeah, a leather smell.
No, like in your feet, like it gets stink.
No, I don't think it stink.
Because if I wear boots here.
Well, it gets stink there because it's so humid.
It's humid and it just traps heat in and it's not comfortable. I don't know why I buy boots and live here in Hawaii.
I don't know.
I buy them for traveling. I do wear them when I travel.
Well, what do you think? I mean, I know that the language and some of the things that Beth says in the show are quite interesting. Not for kids, but...
Not for kids.
No, not for kids. But
I was like... See, that's what I imagined, though, the lifestyle of Texas to be is, and I love, they're in Montana.
It's not that violent,
right?
Though, it's not that violent.
No, that's not what I was going to refer to.
Yeah.
Just the views and the landscapes and the mountains. And I guess you don't have that in Texas?
We don't have the mountains, but we have the views.
You have the vast landscapes.
Yeah. Out in the country,
you got to video some of that because that would be beautiful. I mean,
I wish we had
everywhere the camera shot, there are some really great commercials that were locally made, and I think I'm just gonna put links up to it on our website. But it is like the cattle ranches here, and again, they're always up against the Ko'olau Mountains and beautiful green, lush grasses, and it's incredibly romanticized that lifestyle. Sure. And then you got the ocean so it's mountains and oceans and the greens, and it's so incredibly beautiful.
Who's your favorite character so far on there?
I think I like Tate. He's just seeing that world through a child's eyes.
Tate?
It's unfortunate what happened to him, the little grandson.
Yeah.
I like him. And I like his father, who's very idealistic. He's kind of the younger of the family, but he's still rebellious. Yeah. I'm such a rebel too, so I'm kind of like him. I'm not as far as the sister. Sister's crazy.
Oh, Beth.
She's a special kind of crazy. But it's just so incredibly gorgeous. To have the snowy mountain peaks and then all of the valley. I mean, I'm kind of like with the Native Americans on this, that I don't want development and that kind of thing. I want it to just be parklands. But America has so much land that that's how we've built our cities, is to just be sprawling. But I kind of imagine, you know, how if people were in like a certain area and then they had all this land for everybody to just, you know, they leave their dwellings and they go enjoy it, and trying to keep nature, you know, pristine, I think is, you know, give space for nature and for the animals. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. What else we got going on?
Oh, I had a thing that I forgot to tell you. So it was kind of like I have a couple pay it forwards.
Okay.
My parents told me this story about how they went to this restaurant. Locally, it's a diner. It's called Zippy's.
Yeah.
And they went out and there was, I don't know if it was a couple or somebody that they just started talking to, or if it was people that they actually knew. But anyway, they paid for their breakfast.
What?
I know. And so then my mom was like, oh my gosh. And you know, my mother, I told you this story about your mother and my mother and how they both fought over a bill when we all went out to lunch to go get sushi here locally, that they scared the poor waiter because they were both shoving their credit cards at him.
Yep.
And my mom kept yelling, no, you're a guest. Let me pay. And she's like, no, you took me out. Let me pay.
So funny.
I was laughing so hard at the two of them. So I thought it was funny that somebody was able to like outpay my mother. She's really quick with her credit card. Just pay the bill. Even when I go out with her, she's like, I'm like, yeah, Mom, don't worry, I'll pay for breakfast. Then she'll turn around and go, nope, I'm doing it. And then the next thing you know, she's paid for everything. But so another opportunity came and they went out to Zippy's again, and they had seen another couple or something that they had recognized and I guess talked to them. And then she paid for their breakfast. I'm like, wow, you did a pay it forward. So I thought that was nice. And then I have one that's not exactly the same, but when my daughter's friend was here, she went shopping a little too much. And I had extra suitcases, big, large, giant duffel bags with wheels, so rolling duffel bags. These are the type that would have to be checked in because they exceed the limit of carry-on. Yeah. And I said, you can have it. It's going to be cheaper for you to shove it all in. As long as you don't exceed the 50 pounds, it's only $35. That's cheaper than shipping your stuff to yourself. So she's like, okay. I said, do you want one or two? Because I have two, and I was literally going to donate them to Goodwill or something. Yeah. And she's like, no, I'll take it. Just one. And then when her boyfriend showed up with his friends, and they all had tons of shopping bags of stuff. And I'm like, you guys have exceeded your carry-on limits. You're only allowed one bag and one personal item. And I'm like, you guys all did too much shopping. So I said, go and get the other bag. You're going to need both of them. So she took these two large duffels to California, got all of their stuff home. And then her future mother-in-law, her boyfriend's mom, took the duffel bags and donated them to a charity in Mexico.
That's cool. I didn't even know you could do that.
So, well, I think she's part Mexican, or she is Mexican, but I was like, wow, that's really neat. So I paid it all the way forward to Mexico. So somewhere there's people in Mexico who have my luggage that was probably imported from Mexico or China to Hawaii. Yep. But that's it's still going. Though. I mean, I literally tried to, wear them out, and I never did. They're still going. The wheels are still rolling. So I'm like, I just gave it away because it takes certain luggage pieces. They just take up so much room. They do. They don't stack. They really do. They don't stack nicely when you try to put them away. So I was just like, I have other pieces. Just give this away.
I know my parents have like old luggage pieces that I keep trying to get rid of, and they keep stopping me. Why is it so hot in here?
Do you have AC?
Yeah, it's just hot. It's like 102 outside. And then when I was driving my car, it was like 105 or something because I was driving into the sun. I was like, it is so hot. So hot, Mai. So hot.
And you're going to come here. When are you going to plan to come to Hawaii?
Well, I was thinking August or September. I was thinking September, August or September. What do you think?
Well, at least it'd be cooler by September. But if you come in August, it would be melty.
Is it too hot then?
July, August. September's still hot, though. I think October is the coolest.
Well, I talked to Tori, and she was like, yeah, when you should come in like September.
Okay, well, maybe that's when she has an opening in her place. I don't know. Were you planning to stay with her?
Oh, we're gonna look at renting like a longer term rental. So I know that there's some legislation that passed recently where the rentals you have to stay for 3 months or something like that. But we're thinking like a month.
For an Airbnb, unless you know somebody.
Yeah, so she has a long-term tenant in her Kaneohe house, and then on Keolu, they're actually clearing out their tenant so they can sell that house on Keolu. And then they just bought 8 acres in Waimanalo for their family, and they're going to have 3 houses on there.
Nice.
But her sister bought like a $20,000 horse already.
Wow. I have this beautiful photograph from the King Kamehameha floral parade. There was in the newspaper a Pau rider, and she's so pretty, all dressed up. So I thought I might post that on our social media.
I mean, maybe her daughter can do that. You know, her sister's daughter can do that.
Yeah, I know it's like an application process. You might have to have some kind of Hawaiian lineage to be a Pau rider.
I think do they have Hawaiian lineage? I don't know. They've been there forever. They've been there forever.
Also in Hawaii, it's who you know.
You know what? Yeah, that's true. It's who you know, but I also think that like they might not have Hawaiian lineage, but I think like they married into that.
I just know that it's really competitive. So I've heard. Yeah. It's very competitive.
We also have a horse
in the parade.
You have to have a horse on Hawaii. Like a lot of people don't have horses.
Yeah, I think there's a connection deal. You have to. It's who you know.
Well, yeah, that's what everybody has said. Like the reason why Hawaii is like mostly untapped business wise is because you have to know somebody to know somebody. What is happening in the background?
I'm sorry. This guy is growling at his reflection in the mirror again.
Look at the legs. The legs are still going.
Yes. So naughty. He's just okay. So the closet has the double mirror.
Yep.
And he just keeps
I know
seeing
exactly what you're talking about.
His reflection, and he's going like, puppies. He's such a toddler. And it's also nap time.
It's the eyebrows, too. Nap time.
So after breakfast, after they eat, then they play some more, and then they get tired. And so he's just like a toddler. And so I'm like, it's nap time. You're being grumpy.
That's your pup. Well, anyway, so there's a lot that I need to catch up with, but ultimately Tori's like moving out to Nalo, which is great.
There are some really beautiful properties when you're in Waimanalo, especially if they have like ag land and they're close to the mountains.
Yeah.
I mean,
lots of mosquitoes though.
Oh yeah, plenty of mosquitoes. But it's just so beautiful to be that close to the mountain range.
Yeah. Oh, I miss it. Anyway, let me see. What else has been going on?
I just did a channeling today. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it. I'm ready.
So I said, God, do you have a new message to share about manifesting what we desire? And God said, I think I've answered this 1 billion times already. Let me try a new way of thinking about it. As I've said, ask and it shall be given. This is still true. You just need to allow receiving of what you have asked for. Some requests take a little longer to receive, and some requests arrive instantly. Being connected to source or creation feels like everything is possible. You can feel the joy of the universe inside you as everything just lines up or falls into place. It's the being in the right place at the right time, being positive and optimistic, and most important, being open to new opportunities and experiences will move you towards what you desire. Faith and believing you deserve what you ask for will bring your desires to you. Ultimately, this is how you create your world and life experiences, is through feeling your way there. Positive, optimistic, and joyful feelings will create more experiences that are joyful, positive, and optimistic. Be open to the receiving, and it will guide you. When it feels good, do more of it. Rejoice in it and rejoice in it, and more joy will come to you. What you reach for will reach back to you. What you are thinking about and dreaming about, imagine the feeling of those desires, and nothing will stop the manifestation of them. Follow your heart. Feel the ease of this world you are creating. Focus attention on all the good things and be thankful and grateful. When your heart is full of gratitude, more and more of all the good things you are reaching and calling into your life will come to you. Also, don't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes what you imagine you want may come in a different package, but the feeling of the experience you asked for will be the same. Example, wishing for love from another person may not be from the exact person you have imagined, but being open to love will call the right person for who you are now. Be open and allow the love that is in alignment to who you are. The fun thing I find about each of you is your personal and unique ways of thinking and doing things and just living. You all are energy. Everything is energy. Just like you tune into a radio station or fall in love with certain songs, these are all unique vibrations of frequency that are resonating with who you are right now. As you grow, you change, and so does your frequency, and you will like different music. Each person around you is vibrating at their own unique frequency, and the people you connect with are vibrating at a similar frequency to who you are at that time. It's often why you like some people and not others. You just aren't vibing. But in the future, who knows how your frequency will change and people grow apart. The best thing is you have both learned and grew from shared experiences and are upgrading to higher frequencies. Like attracts like. Like energy attracts like energy. This is a world to experiment and learn and grow. Life should be fun. I have fun when you have fun. Let's all create more fun experiences to enjoy. This life was not meant for you to struggle unless you wanted to learn something from the suffering. Heaven is bliss and perfection, and so many of you choose the hardest life paths and difficult situations towards your own soul's growth. I have sent teams of guides and angels to help you through these most difficult life paths. You are never alone. When you suffer, I am there with you suffering. When you feel, I feel. I have given each of you the power to create whatever you desire. Free will is yours. I love you. I will give you anything you wish. And that's how he ended it.
It's so deep, but it makes sense, right? Like it's the right message at the right time. At least to me.
Synchronicity.
That's what I get from it. Yep.
Synchronicity.
I believe.
Especially when you're about to embark on a business where you're talking to people and it's about connecting with them. You're going to connect with those who are reaching for that. You're going to be drawn to them. Like their names are going to pop into your head and you're going to be like, I'm going to give you a call. And even if they aren't willing to say right then and there, yes, they called you for a reason.
Yeah.
And when the time lines up, then they'll be ready.
I think everything happens for a reason.
You know, like when you're manifesting like something that you want, that's how it feels though. It's a stream of consciousness and opportunities and
stream of consciousness. That's what it was.
So it just starts going and flowing. And when you get the opportunities, they just start showing up and you just keep going in that direction. You keep feeling that high of like, I'm in the right place. I'm in the right time. And this is all working out. And you just stay with that feeling. Don't let it go. And just keep feeling happy. Yes, I see your eyebrows. They look normal. Well, they're not good. So dark.
Yeah, they look
match
normal.
Your hair color. Yeah, they look like just natural eyebrows. Looks really good. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have eyebrows now. Stream of consciousness. That's what I was looking for in the beginning. And why were you keeping it all to yourself?
Well, we got it now.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of My Ties at Sunset. And our ramblings are just always fantastic with Mai's crunchy snacks included. Check Check us out at mytiesatsunset.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.
And until we meet again, ahui ho.